All right. Thinking about a home coffee maker that you'd like to get for under $100? That's what we're talking about today here on the Coffee Q&A live stream. Well, this is actually part two because we had a little bit of buffering issues. Part one is also linked down below. So if you want to check out the first part where we start talking about a lot of different options that we're looking at, we're going to continue now where we left off and with brewing coffee on the Simply Good by Olsen. This is about $150, I think, somewhere right around there. And it's a great brewer that that's very much similar to the Technivore Mocha Master. So if you're interested in a nice quality coffee brewers for your home to really make nice, like these are definitely coffee makers that are better than the Mr. Coffees. Like you can go out for like $40 and get the Mr. Coffee. This is the classic Mr. Coffee 12 cup, $40. And you know what? It's going to do a decent job. It's going to make coffee for you in a relatively decent way. Maybe not the greatest coffee, but should be pretty good. But then you could spend, a lot more, 3 times as much, 4 times, maybe even, depending on how cheap you can get this. And I've seen that you can get these for as low as $20. I think I bought this for like $20 at Target one day. So this at $159, $760 is magnitudes more expensive. But I think that there's a lot of features here that are going to give you a lot of nice things that are going to be better than just the Mr. Coffee. But it could be something you have to find your way to. Proud Planner, did I catch it? I did not catch the Emmys. I was a little bit busy on Sunday, at the hospital and all that. So I was not able to catch those. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a mug. Oh, here. I'm going to have our little mug. This is a co-mug that we made for our 5th anniversary in Hamden. This is actually the front, kind of like what the front window looked like. We had an awning that was really cute. It's really, really cute. And one of my baristas and bakers, Michelle, made the illustration. Okay, so here's the coffee. Let's just see what the coffee is like. Oh, here, have a look. It looks good. Craig says, by the way, I left comments on your ode in that live stream video. It doesn't sound like soft coffee between the burrs is the issue. All right, I will go back and make sure I look at those. Yeah, I'll make sure I look at it. Not bad. I'm a little bit. It tastes a little bit different because I think the water was dirty. I think it's just a lot of dustiness because when it was coming up the stem, when it was coming up the stem at the very first part of the brew, it looked kind of cloudy. I was like, "Oh, what's going on there, Governor?" Andrew says, "What else is down there?" There's a lot. There's actually a lot. I've lost track of how much there is. It's really bad. Like this is why I'm not a big fan anymore of like buying more gear. I'm like, I'd rather not buy more gear. All right, so the coffee, I'm using the Misty Valley that we've been using recently a lot, and yeah, there's a little bit of dirtiness to it, and that's really because I think the waterway was dirty because the machine itself was. But I brought some figs bread. My aunt made fig bread because my other aunt they went to harvest some more figs at my other aunt's house, and yeah, let's see how it is. The last time was moist and a little bit crumbly. I don't know if that's the style. But it does have the nice thing about this one. She's got like chunks of figs in them. Look at that chunky fig. Anton says, I bet it would never have been a problem if Jay just followed disassembly video step by step like a normal. Yeah, but what am I supposed to follow? Instructions? Come on now. How many of you have read your instruction manual? Okay, Paige probably has. And if you say you did, I will seriously doubt, not you, Paige, but everybody else. I will seriously doubt you. German. I read all this. You know, just before I read your comment, I was thinking about that. I bet Anton did read those instructions. Like sometimes at festival, they give you these like little manuals. I'm like, who reads that? Germans do. But do Austrians also read them? All right. So what else is there to say about these homemakers? I mean, I think that. So it was really between. And why am I using this? So really the question was between the Zojirushi and the Bonavita. And I think, I mean, there's a lot of similarities. Well, the woman that designed this, that came up with this, was also the woman that came up with the Bonavita. So there's going to be a lot. I think this is maybe a little bit of an evolution of the Bonavita. But Sirla said in the last, a little while ago, that he did end up going with the Zojirushi, which I think is a great choice. I mean, I don't think Zojirushi is a company that's going to slouch on their quality. And I think they're going to come to market with a good product. And if you get it from like Target for $80, I think that's a very reasonable amount of money to pay for a home brewer. Maybe we're gonna have to do a road trip down to Atlanta to go see to go do a test video on it. Power Plant says, treat him to the OXO 8-cup brewer. It's very good and it checks all the boxes. I like it. I like it. Andrew says, I like the IKEA method of instructions, but the IKEA's furniture is awful. We have so many people that love IKEA furniture. I can't really trash on IKEA because I've had this IKEA love seat that I can't believe it's still around. It's still in great shape. The upholstery is really fabulous. And I have built several different shops using IKEA cabinetry, the kitchen cabinetry. Now I did buy a Kallax display cabinet, and I mean, I was talking to some of the guys on some of the one of the forums that I'm on that are woodworking, and I was like, yeah, I got this Kallax, and I want to router in a channel for LEDs, and like, be careful because it's not. I figured it'd be particle board, but it's not. It's actually like a thin layer of particle board with like basically like a mesh of like cardboard. I forgot the name of the term they use, but so you can only go like maybe 2 millimeters at the most before you break through it to build this. So I routed a really thin channel and just laid in the LED strip into it. It worked pretty good. And PowerPoint says Zoji does make carafe versions of the small. Oh yes, we saw that. We saw that in their website. And you don't really need the pictograms. You mean with the IKEA? That's all I want. That's all I'm looking at. PowerPoint says Zo means elephant, and that's why the mask. Oh, I never knew that. But I like the elephant. I like the elephant on their logo. I like their rice cookers. That was really the first thing for me, was the rice cookers. Like I think we grew up with Zojirushi rice. We use a lot of rice cookers, of course, because we make rice every day. But the Zojirushi ones are always good. We have a Tiger right now, which is, I think, fine. There's Koku from Korea that I hear is very good. The one that I've been most intrigued about, whenever I go to Mitsuwa Market up in New Jersey, they have it, and I'm always like, I should just buy that and try it out. They have this, Panasonic makes this rice cooker. Now, it's now several years old. It's quite a bit old now. They probably have a new version. But it has like a 5-cladded pot for it. Like there's copper and stainless and aluminum and blah, 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 blah. I don't know, titanium. Who knows what's in it? But I was just like, ooh, that looks sexy. I was like, sexy rice cooker. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that or seen that Panasonic. Maybe you, Power Plant, have seen it, but I was like, oh, I should make a channel and get it sponsored. Something like that. Power Plant said, just everywhere, some things are good and some are not Oh, yes, IKEA. All right, Anton, have a great one. Good to see you. In fact, it is past 11, so we should be going. I just wanted to make sure that we came back to recap. So, as far as, I don't think you're necessarily going to go wrong with any of the ones we've shown today. Even the Mr. Coffee, like if you're really strapped for, cash and Mr. Coffee will work. Actually, we'll probably do a video with Mr. I bought the Mr. Coffee because I've been planning to do a video about how to get the most out of your Mr. Coffee. Just, taking the time to do it. Proplan says, yeah, that panel one is trying to imitate the Kamado pot. Oh, gotcha. All right, time to head out. Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see all of you. I've got to get prepared to go to the hospital soon. So I will be back again probably tomorrow with more of the coffee Q&A. So I hope you have a wonderful day out there, and see you next time.